Hello, Annabel, Bateman here, and this is my MetaPWR Adventure daily journal. Actually, I'm going to do day 4 and day 5 in this video because I was away for the weekend and it all just got a bit hard to know when to record. So I'll get into a little bit of a rhythm through this, and like Monday to Friday is just generally probably a bit more in a routine. So, and it's a long weekend here in Australia. Right. So yeah, I was away just for kind of 24 hours, not much more than that, up at my parents-in-law's property, which is always really relaxing. So yesterday was day 4. I felt really clear. It was sort of like, I really didn't do much at all. It was rainy, miserable day up there. It was nice and relaxing. So I didn't really do anything. I didn't have to exercise my brain at all. But it just I felt clear. I didn't feel tired. In the morning I had the collagen, which is the MetaPWR Advantage. I had a cup of coffee. I had my breakfast. Not really hungry. I definitely feel like I'm not looking for snacks. I'm probably a grazer rather than a snacker. But I haven't really felt a lot like a lot of snacking. But because I've been away and my food's been a little bit irregular. So let's just have a whole week this week, Monday to Friday, and we'll really see where the food really settles down. But haven't really all been very hungry, feel very clear, almost like a layer of fog that I didn't know was there is lifted, which feels weird. So I don't know. We'll just see how that goes. I know a lot of people are saying they feel very clear and energized. So it's sort of like a little weird feeling. Was interesting last night. We went out for dinner just to kind of a local tavern, I suppose. Yes, we catered for gluten-free. The only gluten-free thing on the menu was gluten-free pizza, which actually turned out to be a really nice thin homemade base. So it wasn't too bready, which is good because I don't really have a lot of grains usually, but I thought, oh well, this will be a good test for the assist, which is, helps with the digestion of the carbs and the body's processing of the carbs. And, I certainly didn't feel a crash afterwards. I did come home and have a Digest-Zen and an digestive enzyme, and a MetaPWR soft gel because I know I don't eat a lot of dairy. I think just pizza often sounds good, but it doesn't do good things to me. But I actually felt good after the pizza. I didn't feel bloated or refluxy or anything like that. So that was great. I had a good sleep. I wasn't really tired. Actually all afternoon, everyone else in the household pretty much had a rest. I wasn't tired. I just sort of chilled out. I fell asleep quite easily. I wasn't sure that I would because I didn't really feel tired when I went to bed. But I take melatonin and the Serenity soft gels often to wind down. So I did that. I reckon I was asleep by 10. Didn't have a particularly good sleep last night because my back's been a bit funny. So about 6-7 weeks ago, my back went into a spasm and it's been great. It's been a lot better since then. But yesterday it just felt a bit fragile, and I don't know why. I wasn't really doing anything. I did make sure I got my steps up. I am premenstrual, so sometimes my back does hurt when I've got my period. Haven't got my period yet, but my back felt a bit vulnerable as I slept too, so I sort of didn't really sleep that well. I did wake up again to go to the toilet. And I read in one of the other forums that as a reminder, if you look into the Chinese meridian clock, it's really quite interesting when you look at the window between 1 a.m. and 3 p.m. on that Chinese sort of medicine clock, circadian rhythm, I don't know what the actual term is. Between 1 and 3 is when the liver is processing, and the liver is our detoxification organ primarily. So I'm wondering, I don't know exactly when I've been waking up because I've been trying not to look at my watch in case that sort of impacts my ability to fall back to sleep. So but anyway, it was sort of interesting to be reminded of that because I know when I woke up in the middle of the night, it was still very dark. So I think it would have had to have been well before 4. I did get back to sleep, so that was good. Just till about 6 o'clock, woke up feeling good. Wasn't really very hungry again when I woke up. Like I said, I have to wait that hour from taking thyroid meds anyway. We were coming back from the coast, so I didn't have anything till I got home, which was about 10 o'clock, and then I had made myself a coffee and breakfast. I thought I'd try having the collagen a bit later in the day, because I have read for some people it works better to have it later in the day. So I think I'll just have a bit of I think it was working well for me, but I thought I'd just try it differently today. So I had that about 1. It's now 3:40. I feel good. I feel clear. I feel like I've got plenty of energy. I'm not hungry, although I just did eat a banana, so I must have had a bit of afternoon tea. But I had been experimenting before I started this with a bit of eating in a window, and I've done some intermittent fasting, and so I'm feeling quite comfortable with the idea of kind of 2 main meals in that sort of eating in a window, which is sort of, I guess, what I've been doing. And when I said my meals are a little bit all over the place, it's kind of a bit like that. So, I had a piece of paleo toast and 2 eggs and a coffee at 10 o'clock. I haven't really been hungry, apart from, probably not even hungry, but I just felt like something to eat. So I had a banana. I should be right now till dinner, when I'll have the assist. So yeah, I feel good. My back feels a bit better today. So I feel clear. I suppose, look, in terms of how I feel clear. I feel like I've got plenty of energy. I came home and I had to write a whole lot of emails and posts to schedule in the lead up to my Kickstart program, which is starting next week. And usually I find that draining. I don't really like writing marketing material, and being like all that kind of the scheduling into different groups and writing different things. I usually do a lot of procrastinating, and takes me a long time to get that done, but I just kind of snapped it out. So that was nice. I think maybe there is that bit of extra mental clarity and motivation. So I will take that if that's what it is helping to do. It was certainly very easy to knock those things out. Didn't get distracted, didn't put it off, just sort of, and didn't, it all came out fairly effortlessly. So that was nice. I think I'll leave it at there. That is day 4 and 5 combined. It is now available. If you do now want to get your hands on the MetaPWR system, it is now available. I did post yesterday a pretty dodgy video that I made up the coast holding my phone across my iPad. So probably tomorrow I'll record a proper screen sharey one from my computer, and I'll arrange a time to do either a webinar, or I'll record a webinar. I haven't quite decided yet, but it is now available. I have given you step-by-step instructions. If you just go to the YouTube playlist, and you'll see it with all the links to buy through me if you don't already have a doTERRA account. I would love that. I would love to help support you in this. Let's go on a MetaPWR adventure together. It is, depending on where you are in the world, it does have a different price. If you're here in Australia like me, for the whole system, it's $214 US. So you will need to convert that into Australian dollars to get the final price. That includes shipping, and it also includes a free wholesale account membership. So that saves about $30. So that gives you everything you need to get started. You'll have exactly then what I have. From the 1st of November, we'll be able to buy different components of the system separately. So that will be great, because we don't need the whole kit every month, but there will be parts of it, like the collagen, like the Advantage and the Assist, that we will need to, if we want to keep using it, that is based on a monthly supply. So at the moment, I think getting the whole kit is really helpful, because then you've got everything you need, and you'll see what parts of it you really tend to gravitate to, like whether it's the oil or the beadlets or the soft gels, or the chewing gum. Different. I think we're all going to respond differently, or just, prefer different elements of the oil component. But get started, get it ordered, and then, we'll join. I'm part of a bigger group, like Facebook group in Australia too, with different, just people sharing their experiences. So if you want to be, so I'm not running the group, I'm just part of it, but I think it's open to anyone to join. So just send me a message if you want the link to that, and I'll invite you into that, because you can just get a better feel for how other people are finding the program too. Like someone said the first time they took the collagen, they felt nauseous, and then that settled down. So people are going to respond differently. And I think that's the advantage of doing something like this in a bigger group, or at least seeing what other people are doing, so that we see a broad range of responses. But so far, I can't say that I've had any negative responses. And I feel like I'm getting clearer, more energy, falling asleep easily. Sleep's been a bit up and down. Anyway, we'll wait and see. Thanks for coming on this adventure with me.